Ja, hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Planescape Torment. Wir haben jetzt endlich eine vollständige Party, 6 Leute, und sind beim letzten Mal ja aus dem Modron Cube geflohen. Oder gegangen. Und mal gucken, was können wir denn mal noch... Moment, wir hatten doch... Stimmt, dieses Ding könnten wir mal übersetzen lassen. Oder dechiffrieren, oder was auch immer. Nee, so... Hier gab es da irgendwo einen Linguist, da bin ich doch gerade hier. Nee, so. Gucken wir doch mal beim Linguisten vorbei, der kann uns da doch bestimmt helfen. So. Finnem. Na gut, dann sag mal an. This short, scholarly man, a tight, nervous frown on his face, looks you up and down. Greetings, I'm Finnem. I must beg your pardon, sir, but I care little for guests, invited or otherwise. So unless you have business with me, I would ask you to leave. I did have some questions. I would have you know that I am a scholar and a linguist, sir. While I shall happily entertain any questions regarding my field of study, language and the like, I can be of no help to you in other matters. Unfold the Dodecahedron to a page with writing on it and ask if he can translate it. He takes the unfolded Dodecahedron in his hands and examines it closely. This language is a long-dead one, known to virtually no one. I believe my father, a linguist like myself, knew this language and may well have been the only man in Sigil at the time that could understand it. Na super. I recognize it from his notes, but I cannot translate it. Do you have those notes? Finnem shakes his head. They'll be of no use to you if you're looking to translate anything, and the few actual books he had pertaining to that language disappeared around the time of his murder, I believe. Uh-huh. Your father was murdered. Finnem nods. Strangled he was. He had left to tutor someone. He taught various languages to supplement his research income, and was discovered dead in a side chamber of the Civic Fest Hall. The killer was never found. This was some, perhaps 50 years ago now. I was but a child. Aha. Warum habe ich das Gefühl, dass wir den Mörder kennen? He knew the language, though, and could teach it? Surely he did and could. Were he alive today? My father was said to be a great teacher. Finnem sighs sadly. I've his skill with language, but not his patience for others, sadly. Is he interred at the mortuary?
Updated my journal.
Why? No, his ashes are kept here. He points to a bronze urn sitting atop a cabinet beside a bouquet of purple flowers. Why? A wry smile crosses Finnem's lip. A necroscope, are you? Speak with the dead? He suddenly frowned. I have no wish to speak of these things any longer. You'll have to excuse me, sir. Farewell. Super. Das hat ja nicht so viel gebracht. I had some questions. Do you still have the notes? I'd very much like to see the notes, just the same. Finnem gives an annoyed sigh. I'm not certain where they are just now, and I'm looking for something else at the moment, my research journal. Perhaps when I've recovered it, I could spare the time to find those notes for you. I'll find it for you. Where do you last...
Updated my journal.
Have it? Well, I'm not certain. It might be at, well, perhaps it somehow found its way into the brothel of slaking intellectual lusts. But how that could have come to pass, I do not know. He clears his throat and looks away from you. I'll check there then. Farewell. Aber das haben wir doch. Jo. Okay. So, und wo war jetzt diese, hast du gesagt, hier war irgendwo... Da. There's an urn atop the small cabinet full of ashes and charred bits of bone. Etched into the base of the urn are the words Fin Endly, whatever. Beloved husband, father and scholar of 100 languages. Hugh Stories, bone tell on the remains. The ashes seem to stir faintly, as if moved by your breath. Es ist fantastisch, dass man noch mit Asche reden kann. A faraway voice whispers up from within the urn. Why have I been summoned to these ashes, cold and grey as the heart of a hag? To answer some questions. Ask, then, so that I might return to my most quiet thoughts. Who were you? I was Finn, a linguist and scholar. I was murdered by a student of mine. Murdered so that I could not teach another the language that I taught him. The tongue of the Uyo, it was, one of the rarest in the multiverse. I knew of none who spoke it, save myself and that one, damnable murderous student. Describe to him the writing from the folding... I could teach you this language, yes. It would please me to do so, and in fact, if only to spite that bloody-handed student of long ago. First, tell me what language you do speak. Languages you do speak. Learn what you can from the spirit. As the spirit speaks to you of the lost language of the Uyo, there's a throbbing sensation in your temples as a memory begins to surface. Na, wieso haben wir das erwartet? Memories of this language. You recall letters, words, phrases, until, like a spire wind blowing away the blanket of poisonous smog over the great foundry, the language is once more revealed to you in its entirety.
Updated my journal.
There's another memory, though, bubbling to the surface, a darker one, ja gut, die meinte ich. Its presence troubles you somehow, fills you with unease and unexplained pangs of guilt. Allow the memory to surface.
Updated my journal.
Yeah. At last you recall Finn Enley himself. You remember his gentle voice, his kind manner, his schooling you in the ancient language of the Uyo. You also remember your scarred, gnarled hand wrapped around his frail throat, crushing his larynx, or whatever, and thus ensuring that the secret contents of your journal, hidden and thrice trapped in a dodecahedral puzzle box and penned in the obscure language of the Uyo, would be forever safe from prying eyes. Finn, I must tell you, it was me who murdered you.
Updated my journal.
The spirit is silent for a time, the ashes rustling softly within the urn. When it speaks once more, its voice is full of sorrow. But why? Why would you come to me once more? Did you forget what you have been taught? No. Well, yes, it is difficult to explain, but it must have been a former self of mine that murdered you. Each time I die, I reawaken, as if from a long sleep, but having forgotten everything, who I was or what I've done. I think I understand. I sense your regret and would forgive you. May peace be with you, pupil of old, and may you prove kinder in this life than in the one which saw an end to mine. Thanks, Finn. Farewell. Das ist, okay, das ist, Gut, dann geben wir jetzt mal dem Kollegen hier sein Buch wieder und wir können dann das Dodecahedron lesen, das ist gut. Any luck finding that book? Ja, is this the book?
Updated my journal.
Finn's eyebrows arc. Why, yes it is. He takes it from you, then begins to rummage through his pockets. Here you are, then, my father's notes. Square, then, are we? Good. I have to look over my notes now, so if you'll just excuse me. Thanks, Finn. Okay, dann wollen wir mal gucken. These are the notes of the deceased linguist. Composed of the research into the language. Okay. Okay, dann benutzen wir das Teil nochmal. Use. Unfolded.
Updated my journal.
So, the tablet turns out to be a journal of sorts, one kept by some prior incarnation of yourself, it would seem. And not an altogether sane one, either. There are only a handful of completely coherent sections. Browse through it. What do you wish to read about? Oh, Gottes Willen. Read about whispering shadows. The whispers are not the shadows moving, they are speaking, plotting, talking to each other. I can understand some of what they say. Okay. Read about a female ghost. The book tells me things, whispers things. It tells me to avoid the ghost girl, avoid her. I don't know her, and she torments me. Is it with Deionarra? Read something else. Read about hiding something within your own body. Oh, Gottes. And so I swallowed it, hoping I'd catch it in my bowels. I can make someone remove it when I need to. Ja gut, das haben wir ja schon mehrfach erlebt. Read some paranoid ranting. I've learned that my life is not my own. I will not allow you to have my life. You will have to pull my life from my broken body if you want it. It's you who will die. If I cannot have it, neither will you. You are responsible for this treason of flesh. You will not live to live my life. Super. Das hilft. Read about the accursed tattoos. The accursed tattoos will not leave my skin. I have tried to burn them off my skin. Failed. I try and cloak myself, but I always feel that people are reading my flesh, reading me like a book. Whenever they look at me, I want to tear their eyes out, pluck them from their sockets and crush them beneath my heel. Ja. Sonst irgendwelche Hobbys? Read about dreams and roll. Why can't I dream? I used the goblet of Semir to force a waking dream. I saw a hag. She tempted me, threatened me with shadows. I have never seen her, but she came when I dreamt. I must not dream again. I must always be aware. I destroyed the goblet. She says she is someone of power, and that she will have me, will find me. Get away, hag! Stay far from me. Leave me in peace. I want nothing to do with you. Continue reading. Her voice reeked of evil talons like spiders. They burrowed into my grey matter, and I needed her out of my mind. Out, hag! She was a myth, a fairy tale, who alone challenged the Lady of Pain. How can one fight someone who is a myth? I don't have the weapons. I need weapons that will kill her should she find me. I need a strategy, so she cannot defeat me when she comes for me. I must devise and think. I shall beat her. Okay. Read about the danger of names. Fear names. Names have power in identity. Names can be used as weapons by others. They are a hook that can be used to track you, find you, hunt you across the plains. Remain nameless, and you shall be safe. Okay. Read about the killing in the fest hall. I went to the fest hall looking for the path of my false self in its hall. So glaring was it that those I did not know, the false ones, welcomed me into their confidence, treated me as a friend, showed me my room, attended to my needs. I had to restrain myself from launching out against them. That would have been premature. First, I needed to protect my identity. I found one who knew the exclusive language of the Uyo, learned it as I could, then killed him. Then I went to the sensorium and prepared to end the matter. Soon. Okay. Read about the murder of one who tried to help you. There is nothing he can do. Memories are gone, he says, never to return. He says lies and tells me this is what he told me. Lies. He says my mind is weakening from every death. Lies. He sat there betraying my confidence with every turn. He says that only after 3 more deaths, 3 more lives will I gain the benefit of keeping my memories. But that I myself, I will die when I die. Die! How can one be immortal and still die? He could not answer, so he was of no use. I butchered him so that no other incarnation will ever benefit from his uselessness. Nein, Dankeschön. Gottes Willen. Das ist ein gutes Beispiel dafür, dass wir selber unser größter Feind sind. Read a cryptic answer from an unknown source. Das ist auch. So the ghastly head said, "You have been divided. You are one of many men." One in many men? You bear many names. Each has left their scars on your flesh. Continue. Lost One, Immortal One, Incarnation's End, Man of Thousand Deaths, the one doomed to live, Restless One, one of many, the one whom life holds prisoner, the Bringer of Shadows, the Wounded One, Misery Bringer, Yameth. Okay. You are silver glass that is cracked and the pieces scattered across history. Only one piece is of importance, wahrscheinlich. Regain that and your life will be yours again. There will be a price. This price will buy you a chance. Without the chance you are doomed. Oh, Gottes Willen. You have lost that which is never meant to be separated from man. Your mortality has been stripped from you. Lost. It exists, but you must find it before your mind is lost to you as well. Okay, unsere Mortality ist also irgendwo... Super. Jo, das wird ja kein Problem sein. Die zu finden. Read something about a legacy. A legacy, the note read. Forget not to collect your legacy and the small code scratched beside it. 51 AA. A trap, no doubt, set by yet another of my false selves. I'll see it destroyed, I will. Read something else. Ja, ich glaube, das war's. Okay. 51 AA, na gut, das merken wir uns mal.
Done.
Dann versuchen wir hier mal... Nee.
I'm gone.
Versuchen wir hier mal rauszugehen. Okay. Was können wir denn noch machen? Wo waren wir denn noch nicht? Curiosity Shop. Protocol. Hier war doch noch... Taylor war schon... Advocate waren wir noch nicht. Schauen wir hier mal hin.
Alright.
Nee, so. Das sieht ja nett aus hier. Tag der Herr. Advocate. This man is dressed in soft blue robes covered with intricate designs. Despite their opulence, however, the robes look wrinkled and worn. You place the man's age somewhere between middle age and early 60s. The worry lines make an exact determination difficult. As you enter, the man turns slowly towards you. As he does, you are suddenly struck with the terrible sense that you know this man. Or did at one time. Greetings. The man squints as if trying to place you. Yes? Is there something that I can help you with? Who are you?
Updated my journal.
I'm Janus. He studies you in France. Were you looking for me? I don't know. What is this place? I'm an advocate. These are my offices. Janus' voice takes on an irritated edge. Do you seek counsel? If not, perhaps you had best test your curiosity elsewhere. An advocate? What's that?
Updated my journal.
Mort breaks in with a whisper. He's saying he's a lawyer, a counselor, one of those Burks who rattle their bone boxes at the courts. Janus' frown deepens. An advocate provides counsel, helps others navigate the labyrinth of Sigil's legal system, arranges legacies for citizens to ensure that their property is divided as they choose upon death, defend those in Sigil's courts who have been wrongly accused. He pauses. Did you need help in any of these areas? Legacies? They are contracts that are deliverable at the death of the client. They provide specifics on how a person's possessions are to be divided upon the event of their demise. I have also heard them called wills. Actually, I believe you have a legacy from me. Indeed? Very well. Do you remember the legacy in question? The legacy number is 51 AA, I believe. He looks at you in surprise as you name the legacy. That is extremely old. Are you certain? A shocked look comes upon his face. I hope that wasn't one of the ones that were burned. Burned? Janus looks saddened. Yes, this office was the target of a senseless act of vandalism. Ignis. A year ago, we had a break-in here at the office. The vandal's sole desire seemed to be to burn my legal documentation. Vielleicht doch nicht Ignis, vielleicht wir selber. Much was lost. A shame, really. Sigil can be quite wearing on a person's faith. He seems to lose an inch as he mentions Sigil. The vandal only damaged certain documents. Irreplaceable. How old is the legacy? Well, Janus ponders it for a moment. Several decades at least. Can you check and see if the legacy, my god, still exists? He nods quickly. Oh yes, of course. It will take a moment. Very well, I will wait. Janus returns, nodding. Yes, fortunately it was unharmed by the fire. Hat das doch vielleicht nichts mit uns zu tun? Wäre mal was Neues. All the articles are safe. Could I collect on it? I'm the beneficiary. Of course. Sign here and here on the dotted line. There and there. Alright. There we are. That should be the ich meine, womit unterschreiben wir denn? Wir haben doch keinen Namen. Nee. Wahrscheinlich mit einem X oder so. There we are. That should be the last of the paperwork. Here are all the items that were in the vault. One looks like a foundry receipt, though quite an old one to be sure. Did the deceased have something commissioned at the foundry? I don't really know. Perhaps I'm beginning to think just about anything is possible. Where's the foundry?
Updated my journal.
Guter Punkt, da wollen wir noch hin. It is located in the lower ward. It is past the great gate. Look for a number of guardsmen guards at a gate and you should be in the right place. Das wissen wir alles. Very well. Perhaps there's something else you can help me with. Have we met before? The man studies you for a moment, frowning in thought. The wrinkles on his face become more pronounced as he does so, and you are again struck by the toll that age seems to have placed on him. No, yet you seem familiar. Yet? He continues to study your features, then shakes his head. I will concede that there is something familiar about you, sir, and I apologize for any insult my failing memory may be giving you at this moment. I have been preoccupied for some time now. Have we met before? Truth, I think so. I can't really remember myself. Frustrating for us both, it would seem. Ja, tatsächlich. Machen wir da mal. Never mind. Was an advocate again. Legacies. Actually, I have come to collect the legacy of a young woman. Indeed? Very well. Do you remember the legacy in question? The young woman's legacy is 687 KS. That... His eyes widen as you name the legacy. My daughter's legacy! He looks shocked. How do you know my daughter? Das ist eine gute Frage. I'm not certain. Yeah, there's a sentry stone in the fest hall that held the legacy number. Actually, it is a legal matter, no concern of yours. Sentry stone. His eyes blaze with hope. There is? But in which one? You must tell me. It is one of the sensates. It is one of the sensate's sensory stones. If you are not a sensate, you could not gain access. If you wanted, I could speak to someone. I'm certain I would make an exception in your case. They might know the sensory stone. She left a legacy number for me. Machen wir das erstmal. Why would... Janus seems at a loss for words. Who are you, sir, that my daughter would have left a legacy for you? As I said before, I don't know. I'm hoping the legacy can answer that. Of course, of course. Hold a moment and I shall return presently.
Updated my journal.
Uh-huh. All the articles are accounted for. Janus is holding 3 scrolls in his hands. I had no idea she had established a legacy here. He is staring at the items, almost hypnotized. Here you are. If I may I read them, sir? Let me read them first, then I shall decide. Of course, Janus seems broken, but please, I beg you, I have very little left to remember my daughter by. Okay. I promise you shall have a chance to look at them. For now, however, perhaps there is something else you can help me with. Nothing today. Jetzt gucken wir uns erstmal das Ding selber an. My love, if you are reading this, then the tragedy I have seen has come to pass. I have died and you have remained to suffer the loss. Know this, my love, I know why you were forced to shield your feelings from me. You sought to protect me from the terrible burden you carry with you. The distance you kept between us was your way of protecting me, and the brief moments when we were alone and you let your feelings be known, that was when I knew you cared for me. Carry no regrets with you, carry no guilt, for I came with you on your haunted journey of my own accord. And no matter how death came for me, I know that you did everything in your power to save me. Our lives are intertwined, my love, and death shall not be a wall between us. For my sight has seen what is to come, only in staccato segments, but it is enough for me to know that we will be separated for a time, but we shall be reconciled again. Thus, do not see my death as a farewell, but only as an interval before we meet again. Carry my ring with you and these other pieces of me, and think of me. Keep me in your mind and heart, and that will be the beacon that brings us together. Okay. Torment, Legacy, Healing Scroll. This ivory ring was part of Deionarra's legacy. It radiates a slight glow. Oh, das war gar nicht schlecht. Though it is cold to the touch, the chill is strangely comforting. Among the many secrets of the Society of Sensation is the ability to shape the crystal. Blah blah blah. When wearing Deionarra's ring, you gain added protection. Okay. Gut. Ja, dann würde ich sagen, das reicht erstmal für ein Video und dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal an gleicher Stelle wieder. Und gucken mal, wie wir dann noch mit Deionarras Vater weiterverfahren. Okay, also bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.